Hello there, mobilers! I've missed you all here on YouTube, but I'm back with some exciting updates from World Mobile. In this video, I'll share some highlights from the deployment and dev diary, as well as essential news from the past 9 months, so you can stay up to date and get all caught up with the latest news. So, without further ado, let's dive in! World Mobile had an incredibly active July. They expanded their partnership with Fulham FC, showcasing their logo on the sleeve of the matchday shirt and on the front of the training kit. They also had some very intriguing conversations with Charles Hoskinson, the CEO of Input Output, through an interview and an AMA session on Twitter Spaces.
So it's super important that we have a diverse range of partners in all of those verticals, but one of the most important relationships is the World Mobile relationship, because frankly, nothing gets done if you can't move packets of information around. We love our cryptography, we love our dApps, we love all of these amazing things in the application space, and entrepreneurs want to innovate, but if people are unconnected, you just simply can't make that work.
Moreover, they announced their support for Empower, aiming to provide affordable housing and connectivity in Beira, Mozambique. They also strengthened education in Zanzibar through a partnership with Epson. And let's not forget James Tan, World Mobile's chief architect, who had an insightful interview on Kaizen Crypto.
So I did write a book called Are the Androids Dreaming Yet?
Okay.
Which is asking the question whether the human brain is a computer.
Are androids dreaming yet?
That's right.
Okay.
Available at all good bookstores.
Okay, I gotta make sure I check that out, right? That's really cool. Yeah.
Turning to the deployment diary, the market access team was busy talking with projects in the Philippines and various Central and South American countries, nearing agreements for an upcoming country deal. The vendors and supply chain teams were preparing for the first Aerostat launch in Zanzibar, and the regulations team was working on a strategy for unlicensed spectrum planning across Africa. On the development side, the web development team launched the brand new worldmobiletoken.com website and has started working on a range of projects, including Vault as a Service and Gravity, the network operations center for the entire World Mobile chain. The Nodes team made good progress on the Earth node and developing the Stentor testnet version, while the AirNode software is being optimized. August 2022 was just as eventful. World Mobile CEO Mickey Watkins had an epic debate with Mark Cuban on Twitter about Cardano and World Mobile's business model. Registrations for AirNode sales alerts were also open for those interested in owning an AirNode and earning by connecting others. World Mobile's deployment teams advanced in many areas. The market access team was in talks with regulators in Nigeria, Mozambique, and South America, while setting up legal entities in 2 more African countries. The country rollout team continued with the steady rollout of AirNodes in Zanzibar and started deployments in Kenya and Mozambique. The web development team deployed a new website, and the Nodes team started working on a consensus protocol. The native apps team was busy developing a Cardano wallet component and improving user experience design. September was another big month, with CEO Mickey Watkins presenting at Mainnet 2022 in New York.
So when you include internet as the base layer, and then you include digital identity, all of a sudden the internet becomes really useful. And then you go a further layer in of a financial settlement layer, and now you're able to actually replicate in an even better way the services and the opportunities that we have in this world.
World Mobile also announced a partnership with Immunify Life to collaborate on healthcare and connectivity improvements. In terms of deployment, World Mobile made headway in their market access, vendor and supply chain, country rollout, and Blue Economy teams. They received permission to begin operations in Nigeria and shipped new AirNodes with a more extensive Wi-Fi range. World Mobile saw improvements to the UI and the website of worldmobiletoken.com. Work was also underway on the first iOS version, integration of different payment providers, and the automation of various processes within the company. October was a lively month for World Mobile. The company hit some significant milestones, such as releasing a new roadmap and launching a merch store. They even had the opportunity to share insights about blockchain-powered mobile networks and the sharing economy at the Future Blockchain Summit.
It makes money. That's the first differentiation. The second one is a full cellular service. Helium doesn't have E911. Helium doesn't have the necessaries at the moment. I'm sure they will. They have 900,000 nodes out there. But as a comparison, World Mobile has 125 nodes, making triple the amount of money than Helium has with its 900,000 nodes. They came in with an approach to provide IoT. They did fantastic. We saw the sharing economy, the appetite for it, but in reality, they had to change. They had to change their business model, and there's nothing wrong with that.
There were a few new team members as well, including Mike Nelle as VP of Regulatory Affairs. On top of all that, World Mobile had a thought-provoking Q&A with leaders from the Cardano Foundation and IO, along with gaining some impressive media coverage.
So World Mobile has one of the best, most mature, most experienced teams that also happens to have a similar focus to us when we talk about connecting the unconnected in developing countries.
World Mobile was on the move, attending events around the world and making headway in their market entry in Mozambique and upgrading air nodes in Zanzibar. In Kenya, they received approvals for deploying their first sites in 6 counties, while they've been growing their team and advancing their market strategy in the US. It was a busy month indeed. The development teams at World Mobile have also been hard at work, improving their systems, finalizing websites, working on new smart contracts, and testing hardware. November saw World Mobile making huge forward leaps. They onboarded their first paying customers onto the World Mobile network in Zanzibar and are on track to have 225 air nodes in place by the end of the year. They even got the go-ahead to install the first TV whitespace air nodes in Kenya. Plus, World Mobile showcased their connectivity capabilities at the Connecting the World from the Skies event. They set records by not only launching an aerostat in New Hampshire, but by doing it remotely all the way from Riyadh.
They're locked into existing ways of doing things. So we're taking an innovative approach to build a new network.
And that's not all. They also got featured in the news for connecting a remote caravan site in Wales with Starlink-powered Wi-Fi. The deployment diary for November is filled with exciting news. World Mobile is pushing ahead with strategic planning for new countries, refining their network management system, and preparing for public participation in air nodes in Kenya. From the dev diary, we saw that the teams were working on optimizing their systems, developing new features, and maintaining security. They also prepared for the release of the EN NFT smart contract by the end of the year. December was another landmark month for World Mobile. They showcased their first live demonstration of on-net calling on their DY platform, began CBRS testing in the US, and carried out successful satellite tests with Starlink. They also launched their Android application in Zanzibar as part of a closed beta test, and started testing their first TV whitespace air node in Kenya. And on top of all this, they even found the time to surprise some of their supporters with World Mobile merch store vouchers on Christmas Day. What a way to end the year! On this month, we also learned that World Mobile has been allocated an E118 code by the ITU and is working with GSMA on a case study. They're making strides in Zanzibar, Kenya, the UK, and the US. They're also in the final stages of preparation for their B2C Zanzibar service. Finally, on the development front in December, the teams at World Mobile continued plugging away. The web development team completed the deployment of their websites, including Gravity 1.0, and added features for regulatory compliance. The Nodes team made strides on the Earth Node, Breath Node, Air Node, and Ether Node. The Native Apps team released version 1.0 of their mobile application, improved the UI, and added new features. Meanwhile, the systems engineering and InfoSec teams worked on maintaining different environments, ensuring compliance and security, and carrying out pen testing and code reviews. World Mobile started the year off with an incredibly busy January. They successfully onboarded their first paying B2B customers in Zanzibar.
Wi-Fi, so World Mobile came in and I decided to join.
And also announced expansion plans for the USA, with an aerostat launch plant in Wyoming. They also worked closely with Input-Output Global to fully integrate the World Mobile chain using Tendermint to build the Cardano sidechain. A key highlight was the opening of the AirNode Early Access whitelist registration. Turning to their deployment activities, January was full of excitement for World Mobile. They were invited to participate in the Satoshi Roundtable event and engaged in critical discussions with ITU to further their mission of bridging the digital divide. There was also substantial groundwork laid out in various regions, from Kenya and Mozambique to Nigeria and the USA, with each having a unique set of tasks and advancements. From a development perspective, the World Mobile team focused heavily on application release preparations. The EarthNode team worked diligently on developing Aya, the sidechain that will be run by every EarthNode. There were also significant progress in web development, network nodes, native apps, systems engineering, and InfoSec. Moving on to February, World Mobile continued its momentum, onboarding its first paying B2C customers in Zanzibar through its Android app. The deployment diary for February was equally eventful. World Mobile continued to make significant progress in Kenya, Mozambique, Nigeria, Zanzibar, and the USA, with a range of activities from shipping AirNode components to conducting field testing and network planning. In the dev diary for February, World Mobile reported progress in various areas, including the onboarding of EarthNode operators on the Aya testnet, the release of the native app and Tanzania website, and the opening of early access registration for AirNodes. The web development team was renamed to Web and Services to better reflect the role they play in the World Mobile organization. They deployed the Tanzania website and said that multi-country support is on the way, and they also started work in supporting AirNode owners and operators in Gravity. The Native Apps team rolled out the B2C Android native app in Zanzibar and is available from the Play Store in Tanzania. Now on to the final month in this round of updates, we look at what happened in March. World Mobile had once again received recognition on global platforms like Reuters and launched their B2C Android app on Google Play.
So there's around 2.5 billion people on the planet that are unconnected, and right now there is no plausible solution to connect them. We use aerostats and a ground network in order to be able to connect people.
They also made good progress in showcasing their impact, launching an aerostat in the USA and introducing their mission on various platforms. They ended the month with a bang, releasing the Aya white paper, much to E&O and plenty of mobilers' delight. The deployment teams were definitely firing on all cylinders, attending events and continuing developments on the ground. They attended the Mobile World Congress Barcelona event, where they engaged with regulators, including hosting regulators from Kenya. Customs has cleared the delivery of AirNodes to Mozambique. The first Starlink was delivered to the first potential AirNode in Nigeria for trials, did plenty of expansion-related activities in Zanzibar, including a discussion with tower owners for the deployment of Google X Project Tara, and launched an aerostat while continuing work in their proprietary quantum antenna in the USA. The dev team had a busy March too, focusing on preparing for the global release of their native app. The WMT Scan website has been updated to display the much-awaited revenue data on the top 10 AirNodes. The Network Nodes team were focusing their planning efforts on expansion. The Native Apps and EarthNode teams have been building the back end for the World Mobile Wallet, and we're also building towards Scan to Earn. Scan to Earn will be an awesome feature on the app, where users can earn by helping provide data about their surroundings. That's it for this round, folks. We've just recapped an exciting 9 months of World Mobile's journey. From the introduction of their first paying B2B customers in Zanzibar, to the launch of their B2C Android app on Google Play, and the notable presence at the Mobile World Congress Barcelona, to the impactful launch of an aerostat in the US, it has been quite a ride. We've seen World Mobile's teams working tirelessly across the globe in countries like Kenya, Mozambique, Nigeria, Zanzibar, and the USA, and now also Pakistan. Their commitment to bridging the digital divide has been evident in every step, every development, and every update. Behind the scenes, the World Mobile development teams have been equally active. Each month brought us closer to the global release of their native app and all its exciting features. They've made better and better iterations of the WMT scan site and continue to develop and release country websites. And of course, continue to work on the ISI chain and the testnet. All of these efforts bring us closer to achieving World Mobile's mission. But remember, this is just the start. As we move forward, the World Mobile journey continues to unfold. With each passing month, new achievements will be unlocked, new milestones will be reached, and new territories will be explored. Wrapping up, I want to extend a heartfelt thank you to each one of you for being part of this extraordinary journey so far. Always remember that every question you post, every comment you contribute, and every video you share brings us one step closer to a world where everyone has access to the digital economy. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications to ensure you don't miss any updates. As always, this is BB from Neck to Earth Node bidding you farewell for now. Stay tuned for more exciting updates and never forget, we're all part of this mission to connect the unconnected. Until our next update, take care!